we also have the truth on our side. And our truth is the real truth. The real truth being that he is one of the architects in the expulsion, kidnapping, as well as arbitrary detention of the former president. And he should be made to answer under the law. Biruin mo, isa siya sa mga high government officials na isinurrender yung isang Pilipino sa isang korte na ang layo-layo nandun sa Europe, no? First time po ito nangyari. Kaya kailangan po siyang managot. Pasensyahan na po, wala pong personalan dito, no? Yung ginawa po niya, yung mga desisyon niya would have a bearing really in his future plans in the government and in his future life likewise. Because I know that justice has to be served though the heavens fall.
Attorney, atin po munang tanggalin ang inyo pong sombrero bilang legal counsel ni Davao Mayor, Acting Davao Mayor Baste. Isuot po natin ang inyo pong role bilang isa pong guro, no, sa law school. Sir, bakit po kailangan na magkaroon ng clearance ang isang kandidato na gusto pong maging ombudsman? Basic requirement po ito sa government appointment.
Well, kailangan kasi yung ombudsman is a very important office, no? And as a matter of fact, he can be removed only via impeachment. He is one of the officers, high officers, who can be removed via impeachment. Why? Because this office, the office of the ombudsman, actually has a very important power because it has it has disciplinary authority over all elective and appointive officials of the government and its subdivisions, instrumentalities and agencies, including members of the cabinet, local government units, government-owned and controlled corporations, and their subsidiaries, except over officials who may be removed only by impeachment or over members of Congress and the judiciary. Kaya nga, napakahalaga ito na na opisina po, itong Office of the Ombudsman. Kaya kailangan ang tao na ma-appoint dito ay yung walang bahid, walang walang kaso na pending kasi lungkot naman kung i-appoint mo doon sa posisyon na yan ay karapat-dapat na hindi talaga dapat ma-appoint kasi walang tiwala yung ibang sektor ng ating society sa kanya. Aba, hindi po pwede yun.
At saka, basic sir dapat may clearance ka mula sa civil service, Sandigan Bayan, yung nga, ombudsman, pati nga NBI, hinahanapan ka ng clearance bilang patunay na wala kang pending admin, criminal o graft case. Ito ngayon sir, hindi lang po si Senator Amy, pati na po ngayon si Mayor Baste, at ngayong hapon naman din ay si Attorney Ferdy Topacio.
Po. Nag-file din si Attorney Ferdy Topacio pala ng kaso din against him. So, with all the more reason na hindi siya makakuha ng clearance at hindi siya pwedeng ma-appoint as Office of the Ombudsman. Pero hindi yun ang main aim namin, ha? Ang main aim talaga namin is dapat merong indictment for criminal charges against the respondents in this case. Ano lang yun, consequence, isa lang yun sa mga incidental effect, yung hindi niya pagkakuha ng ng clearance. So,
Opo, bago lang si Partner Marco, meron siya mga last na tanong. Sinabi po ni Secretary Remulla na, and I quote, "I think we can still prevail, Attorney," at si Javi rin po, and I quote, "I think the truth is on my side." Ano pong masasabi ninyo dito?
Well, that is his belief, no? And we respect his belief. However, we also have the truth on our side. And our truth is the real truth. The real truth being that he is one of the architects in the expulsion, kidnapping, as well as arbitrary detention of the former president. And he should be made to answer under the law. Biruin mo, isa siya sa mga high government officials na isinurrender yung isang Pilipino sa isang korte na ang layo-layo nandun sa Europe, no? First time po ito nangyari. Kaya kailangan po siyang managot. Pasensyahan na po, wala pong personalan dito, no? Yung ginawa po niya, yung mga desisyon niya would have a bearing really in his future plans in the government and in his future life likewise. Because I know that justice has to be served though the heavens fall.
Attorney, 160 pages, tama po ba yung inyo pong inihain? At hindi ba to basta kinulate ito ng ano na, more than one year na nang maganap ang tama ba? Pag surrender or pag surrender nila sa The Hague, sa ICC nitong si former President Rodrigo Duterte.
March 11, 2025 yun nangyari. Ang kapal-kapal po nito, hindi po joke ang pagprepara po nito. Ang ibig sabihin nito, seryoso po ang kapal-kapal kada page. Alam mo ba, Busing, alas 4 na ata ako natapos yung mga staff ko. Pasalamatan ko pala yung mga staff ko, walang tulog. Para na kasi kaming dyan sa office, boss, para kaming factory ng mga kaso po. Oo, kasi yung mga associates ko, mga professors ng ng batas, tumutulong po sila. Sila yung po yung tumutulong sa akin, nag-assist sa akin. Kagabi, kailangan namin tapusin talaga kasi ang aim ko, ang sabi ko sa aking mga staff, kasi nag-stop ako ng trabaho, mga alas 2:30 na ata kasi I need to sleep also. But I told them that we really have to finish all the photocopying of the of the papers and the affidavit complaint. And natapos mga alas 4, hinatid dito sa aking bahay mga alas 4 at naka-file naman kami alas 8 po ng umaga.
Opo, no. So mga pala, almost more or less 6 na kalahating taon ang binuno nyo po doon sa 160. Mga ilan po yung nag-file ng affidavit din po, sir, doon sa sa inyo pong kaso?
Apat po. Apat na officials po, former officials po ng gobyerno. 3 former officials at ako, nag-execute din ako ng affidavit po. Kasi nandun din ako, hindi nga lang ako nakapasok, di ba? Hindi, nabara ako dun sa ilang beses sa, what you call this, and blessing in disguise kasi ako naman yung nakafile pinakauna doon sa Supreme Court po ng certiorari prohibition mandamus with prayer for mandatory prohibitory injunction and TRO. Yung if you will remember yung may napabalita na akala natin meron ng TRO. Hindi pala totoo.
Opo, may mga nagtatanong din ng mga netizen bakit daw sa ombudsman kayo naghahain ng reklamo considering meron ding kidnapping yata din doon sa kaso po.
You know, the ombudsman, pursuant to their powers and authority under Section 21 of Republic Act 6770, no? They have the jurisdiction, really, the disciplinary authority over all, over all elective and appointive officials of the government, no? And it also has the power to conduct preliminary investigation in relation to criminal offenses committed by any public officials, regardless of their salary grade, no? And so long as it would constitute malfeasance, misfeasance, nonfeasance of the public officers as provided for under Republic Act 6770, pwede po yan ma-file po sa Office of the Ombudsman. The Office of the Ombudsman has that power, authority, as well as jurisdiction to entertain complaints, criminal as well as administrative po. Alam nga naman, boss ko, ipapile nila kami sa prosecution. O anong mangyayari? Yung prosecution, under naman yun ng Secretary of Justice. Sino ang Secretary of Justice? Si Sir Remulla. Paano kami manalo doon? Mahirapan na nga kami dito sa Ombudsman. Pero at least yung Ombudsman is an officer who can be removed by impeachment. At least mataas-taas yung chances namin.